welcome Raquel Rodriguez, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, and the first ever 2024 Women's Crown.
Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley go head-to-head on X before WWE Raw. At Saturday night's main event, the Judgment Day member, Liv Morgan, defeated Io Sky of Damage Control to defend the Women's World Championship. The Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, unexpectedly showed up to engage in a stare-down with the champion, hinting at a title fight against her, as she was returning with Dominik Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez. However, Ripley took it up a notch by taking a jab at Morgan on social media recently. Here's everything you need to know about the ongoing Twitter spat between Morgan and Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan exchange scathing tweets. Is it a WWE Raw preview? Ripley attacked Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio on her X/Twitter account earlier today, saying she never needed a man to be called mommy. The former member of the Riot Squad responded by criticizing the Nightmare for inadvertently bringing up Dirty Dom. The two competitors engaged in a back-and-forth as a result, and here's how it went. Morgan reshared Ripley's post and captioned, "Rhea finding some sort of way to speak about Dominik X2478663813889. Ripley retaliated saying, Liv Morgan finding any excuse to message me. To this, Morgan replied saying, Rhea finding anything other to say but the truth. And Ripley went for the jugular saying, truth is, I don't need nor want that dusty-ass poor excuse for a man. I want one thing, and I will get it. Can't wait to see you and your pathetic sheep cry about it. Morgan didn't hold back and stated, my cookie is not for you. I'm sorry, woman shrugging medium light skin tone. At the time of writing, Ripley's last tweet in this thread war reads, I normally have to tell people to go touch grass, but you need to touch it a little less, my dude. Since 2023, Ripley and Morgan have been involved in WWE's longest-running feud. At times, this feud was undoubtedly the company's biggest opponent, since it frequently featured memorable moments. However, all good things must come to an end, and Morgan and Ripley's conflict is past its prime. As of right now, Rhea is probably going to make her third attempt to win the Women's World Championship against Morgan. Whether she can ultimately overthrow a member of the Judgment Day will be exciting to watch, as the WWE Universe eagerly awaits the next chapter in this intense rivalry. It's clear that the feud between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is far from over. With both women determined to prove their dominance, their upcoming clash promises to be a thrilling spectacle. While the exact details of their next encounter remain uncertain, one thing is for sure. The future of the women's division is in capable hands. 3 reasons why Rhea Ripley must dethrone Liv Morgan of the WWE Women's World Championship. WWE Saturday Night's main event aired this past weekend on NBC. The big show saw Liv Morgan successfully defend the Women's World Championship against Io Sky, but then she was greeted by a face-to-face confrontation with Rhea Ripley. From there, the two again went face-to-face on Monday Night Raw. This time, the Eradicator revealed that she is now the #1 contender for the Miracle Kids prized Women's World Championship, and the two will soon be clashing. Unfortunately, an official date for when the two will collide over the prestigious championship belt hasn't yet been revealed. However, if Rhea is the #1 contender now, one has to think their bout will be coming sooner rather than later. When Liv and Rhea do lock horns again, only one person should stand tall, mommy. Rhea must dethrone Liv of her prize title, and this article will list a handful of reasons why the booking decision must be made and what it could mean for both talented performers moving forward into 2025. Below are 3 reasons why Rhea Ripley must dethrone Liv Morgan of the WWE Women's World Championship. The story of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan in WWE has been a long and complicated one. In 2022, the two formed a team and attempted to win the women's tag team titles. After failing to do so, Rhea turned on Liv and would ultimately join the Judgment Day. The pair haven't been on the same page ever since. The last year or so is where things really became messy. However, both Liv and Rhea have injured each other on WWE television. Beyond that, Liv has managed to steal the Judgment Day, and specifically Dominik Mysterio, away from mommy. The pair have wrestled a handful of times and brawled more often than that. While the fans have been loud in their support of Rhea at live events, many are beginning to feel that the ongoing angle is running too long. If Rhea and Liv wrestle soon and Ripley wins, it means the feud can end. The babyface will stand triumphant, which will help prevent the angle from becoming more stale. While no date has been officially announced for the impending championship bout, there are two likely nights it could happen. The first is the Raw Netflix premiere on January 6th, and the other is the 2025 WWE Royal Rumble. Given that the 2025 Royal Rumble event is over a month and a half away, it would make more sense for this title bout to happen on January 6th. This would also fit in nicely with WWE's plans for the event. The show is set to be massive. Roman Reigns is battling Solo Sikoa on the show, and CM Punk will take on Seth Rollins. In essence, this is essentially a major premium live event billed as an episode of Monday Night Raw. To make the show bigger and more memorable, Triple H may want a title change. Since neither of the other marquee matches have a title on the line, Rhea could dethrone Liv in California. This would send fans home happy and make a big splash upon the promotion's Netflix debut. WrestleMania is WWE's biggest event each and every year. This upcoming edition of the granddaddy of them all will take place in April, and it will be the 41st edition of the annual event. All eyes are already on the road to WrestleMania and the show itself. While Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan has been a long and entertaining rivalry, if some people already feel it should end, extending it another 5 months to WrestleMania seems like a bad idea. Instead, WWE can have Rhea Ripley win the title, end the feud, and thus allow both stars to move on. This could then open them up to new rivalries heading into WrestleMania season. For example, if Rhea Ripley is the Women's World Champion, she could be challenged by Io Sky at the Show of Shows. Alternatively, Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day could feud with the Wyatt Six or a different faction, leading to a big multi-person match. The tension between Rhea Ripley and Women's World Champion Liv Morgan has reached an all-time high, and it's far from cooling down. Following a captivating stare-down at Saturday night's main event in Long Island, the former tag partners have reignited their rivalry, stirring up social media. In a recent exchange of heated posts on X, both wrestlers threw jabs at each other, with Rhea directing comments toward the current champ without directly tagging her. Fans couldn't miss the implications regarding Liv's past troubles, hinting at a controversial incident that may have involved some questionable choices. Liv, quick to respond, insinuated that Rhea is fixated on Dominik Mysterio, a topic that seems to be a sore spot for both. Rhea attempted to steer the conversation back to championship aspirations, only to be met with Liv's firm dismissal. The champion made her stance clear. She isn't interested in Dominik, yet is solely focused on claiming victory. Rhea's responses carried an air of defiance, as she slammed Liv's disinterest with a biting remark.